Right now at 10, a large structure fire in St. Charles. We are on the scene live.
And major action at the state capitol. Big news and bad news for SNAP users. And the PFAS payout decision is finally here.
Plus, one night left to check in with the Badgers before they start their NCAA tournament run out west.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. We start with breaking news out of St. Charles, Minnesota. Multiple crews are on the scene of a large structure fire.
At the White Valley Motel off of West 6th Street. Right now, no word on the cause of the fire or any reports of any injuries. We will provide more details as they become available.
The Wisconsin State Senate has passed two bills determining how millions in PFAS settlement money will get spent.
One bill protects landowners, including farmers who used PFAS-contaminated fertilizer from the state's spills law.
They would not be subject to any type of liability, but instead it would go back and look at the overall industrial manufacture of that product.
The other bill allocates more than $130 million for well replacements and grants to communities dealing with PFAS contamination. The bills now head to Governor Tony Evers for his signature.
A News 8 follow-up, a change is coming for SNAP users. Lawmakers have passed a bill limiting items you can buy, including soda and candy. The governor is expected to sign this bill. SNAP provides grocery money for nearly 700,000 Wisconsinites. And the Senate also passing an online sports betting bill. The measure would allow mobile betting anywhere in the state as long as servers operate on tribal land. Now, it's unclear if the governor will sign this one. Evers told our CBS Milwaukee affiliate today he is concerned that not all tribal nations support the bill. If he does sign, the state would still need to renegotiate its gaming compact with tribes and get federal approval from the Department of Interior.
Brad Schimmel will continue leading the U.S. Attorney's Office in Wisconsin's Eastern District under a new title. Attorney General Pam Bondi has appointed him First Assistant U.S. Attorney, keeping him in charge until a new U.S. Attorney is named. The appointment comes days after his interim role expired.
La Crosse is moving back the opening date for its yard waste site. The new date is now March 30th at 10 a.m. Everything else stays the same. The site's hours are Monday to Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Logan High School students building something unique, a tiny home built by students for students. The kids are part of Logan's building and construction program. The project is funded through a Gold Star grant, and students get to experience electrical work, carpentry, and ADA accessibility.
This is really as real as it can get for us, right? Like, we're getting to build an actual structure that's going to be used by somebody. It kind of transcends just the day-to-day instruction and the modular things that we do. And then building it on a trailer just adds an element of complexity to it.
The tiny home will also teach students about budgeting and home maintenance.
Happening now, La Crosse canceling its snow emergency. That means no more alternate side parking rules. Ban was lifted a few hours ago.
And we are in the last few days of winter. Thank you, God. And like clockwork, we are warming up for spring.
It's, yes, we're going to be seeing the spring, but that doesn't mean winter's going to go away anytime soon until we get probably to early May. We know that. But for the time being, it's going to feel like spring for the next several days, all the way through Saturday. Now, with the snow on the ground melting, fog is going to be an issue potentially off and on. Cloud cover also. We'll have to contend with that too. We just have to wait and see how this all plans out. But for the morning hour, we're going to see around 31. La Crosse will see off and on clouds. There could be some patchy fog, although I don't see that too much probability there. Otherwise, getting up to 43. A little bit milder than we had today with calm winds. Eau Claire likely to see cloud cover, a few showers potentially in the morning, maybe some drizzle at the most, and it could be freezing drizzle, indicating that your temp's 29, getting up to about 40. Once again, fog is possible, but I do think you will see some breaks in the clouds. We just have to wait and see how many breaks we see going into the afternoon. Currently right now, still in the 30s, fairly calm conditions. We haven't seen any precipitation in the main sites, but if we look at some of the areas out to the north and west, Ladysmith to Marshfield, just on the other side, of the interstate. You can see we've seen some indications of precipitation. Ladysmith had a few sprinkles, but overall so much of the precipitation has been east of the interstate. So that's good news, but overnight you still might see some of that through the morning hour. And yes, the melting is going to kind of ramp up as we get 50, 60, and yeah, we might see 70. Just depends on how fast the snow melts. So we'll explain all that a little bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, La Crosse County Veterans Services and Western Technical College unveiled photos from the I Am Not Invisible project tonight. The event at Western Technical's Lunda Center honored women veterans from La Crosse and surrounding communities. This project aims to recognize the service of female veterans.
We have quite a few women from all services, so it's just a really unique opportunity to tell our story and for others to understand that there are plenty of women that have served in years past and are currently serving now.
She says she hopes the project inspires young women to consider military service.
Today's conductor wannabe is Josh Court. He is supporting the Marr Family Mental Health Fund at Gunderson Medical Foundation. His goals, breaking the stigma around mental health and encouraging opening up about it.
Sometimes patients need additional help with housing or with transportation, so we can do that. Some of our programs need some extra supplies or trainings or that, so we can tap into that fund too. So it helps support all the things that we do at Amplify by Gunderson and our behavioral health department.
And this week, we're introducing you to each contestant for the 2026 Conductor Wannabes.
The Harry J. Olson Senior Center holding a big celebration today, Shirley Hefty's 101st birthday party. Shirley's birthday is actually this upcoming Monday, but friends and family were gathering today to celebrate with cake and a few games of euchre. So we asked what her secret was to make it to 101.
Just keep moving. That's the main thing. Just keep moving.
She says she enjoys going out to eat with friends and going to church on Saturday night.
La Crosse County Library springing into a story. The Driftless Echo Explorers event inviting community members to Great River Landing, hosting a sensory scavenger hunt to enjoy the last of winter and search for signs of spring. Good luck. Organizers say it's a great way to learn more about the lands in their community.
Well, in less than 24 hours, March Madness really tips off.
Yeah, the Badgers are in Portland taking on the High Point Panthers. Let's bring in Sports Director Jacob Lenzendorf.
That's right, guys. The buzz is building as technically the madness is already underway with those first 4 games beginning last night. But the main entree does begin tomorrow. 16 games are on the docket for tomorrow in first round action across the country. The Badgers will be taking on the High Point Panthers, winners of the Big South Conference and also winners of their last 14 games. And tomorrow's game could be a shootout as the Panthers score the 3rd most points per game in the entire country. And Ken and Emily, we know the Badgers can put up a bunch of points with one of the best backcourts in basketball as well. I'll have some thoughts from the players coming up in sports, guys.
Thanks, Jacob. Still to come, the conflict continues. The latest strikes hitting the Middle East.
And a paddleboard pursuit. The police chase ending in a Florida river.
Tomorrow morning on News 8 Now, this morning, debates over rate cuts this year. Economists will break it down, and Art has some much needed warm weather ahead. We'll see you at 5 a.m.
Soar into a new career at Eagle Crest Communities.
My experience here has helped me tremendously. I started off as a bath aide and I've been here 3 years, so I've learned, I've became like a sponge. This is just like the perfect place for a single parent like me. So they help with school, they help with my schedule professionally. I get compliments and thank yous every day. That makes me feel good because I know that I've completed what God has sent me here to do, and that's to take care of these residents.
Learn more at eaglecrestlife.org.
The 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. Inside these 8 historic buildings, a marvelous selection of quality products for your home. Everything you need to make your bathroom both safe and beautiful. Everything you need for the kitchen of your dreams. Replacement windows and entry doors, siding. Pergola's patio covers 3-season and 4-season rooms. Visit during the 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. The first step to improving your home and improving your life. Prompt free estimates.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Right now, get over $7,300 total value on this 2026 Chevy Silverado. Plus, Costco executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
The war with Iran sent oil prices spiking again today when Iran said that Israel had attacked a major gas refinery in the Persian Gulf.
Senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata has new developments in the war tonight from Tel Aviv.
Israeli residents are bracing for more Iranian cluster bombs like these that rained down on Tel Aviv and its suburbs overnight and into today. Emergency teams raced to the scene of an attack this afternoon, searching for survivors and surveying the damage. We found walls blown apart, broken glass and debris in every direction. The family wasn't home at the time. Neighbors had time to take shelter moments before impact.
In the past few days, we've seen an increase in the intensity and frequency of these attacks, especially the cluster bombs. There's lots of them. They're hard to defend against, and they can land anywhere.
You have anywhere from 20 to 80 submunitions spreading apart and going over kilometers. Unfortunately, just a few hundred meters from here, the elderly couple were not so lucky last night.
A cluster missile tore through their apartment, killing them both. Israeli police said they were on their way to the bomb shelter, but never made it. Iran has still managed to launch attacks here and across the region, despite weeks of bombardment and airstrikes that killed many of its top leaders, 3 in just the last 2 days.
Israeli military officials had their own message of defiance, saying they'd continue what they called a series of eliminations of senior Iranian officials after announcing earlier they'd killed the regime's head of intelligence. Charlie D'Agata, CBS News, Tel Aviv.
Senator Markwayne Mullin facing questions today during his confirmation hearing to lead the Department of Homeland Security. The Oklahoma Republicans' hearing got off to a tense start as Senator Rand Paul questioned Mullin's temperament. Paul asked whether Mullin's past confrontational behavior sets a good example for ICE and Border Patrol agents. Mullin's nomination comes after Kristi Noem's departure from DHS following a partial government shutdown, now in its second month.
Let me earn your respect. Let me earn the job. I won't fail you. I won't back down from a challenge. And I'll also admit when I'm wrong.
Mullin will face a full Senate vote if the committee approves the nomination.
The Senate kicking off a marathon debate over the SAVE Act. It would require voters to show ID and proof of citizenship in federal elections. Republicans say it makes elections more secure. Democrats argue the extra paperwork stops people from voting.
The SAVE Act also rejects the most common forms of ID for anyone trying to register. Driver licenses, no longer enough. Not even military IDs would be enough.
Pretty much everything you do in your daily life involves showing an ID.
Despite pressure from the president, the bill isn't expected to pass.
Well, the Fed holding interest rates where they're at, the benchmark rate sitting at 3.6%, and officials say it's due to the conflict in Iran and higher oil prices rippling through the economy.
If the labor market were to deteriorate significantly, they'll cut rates again. But if we see inflation remain above the Fed's target, they may not do anything.
This was the second rate meeting this year. Last year, the central bank made 3 cuts.
For the first time, a major prediction market company faces criminal gambling charges. The Arizona Attorney General is pursuing 20 misdemeanor counts against Kalshi. She argues the company broke state law by accepting bets on sports events and elections in Arizona. A spokesperson for Kalshi says the case is, quote, paper thin, saying only the federal government can regulate prediction markets.
Well, a foot chase in Florida became a paddleboard pursuit. A Volusia County deputy and a Daytona Beach officer were questioning a man when he suddenly took off, sparking a foot pursuit. Before he jumped into the nearby river, officers grabbed some paddleboards to continue the chase. The suspect was arrested and charged with loitering, prowling, and resisting arrest. The suspect's name, Chase Cruz. We will have more news ahead.
But first,
despite the snow on the ground, the fog or clouds, yes, spring is arriving Friday, and the temperatures are going to respond too. So we'll break down how far high we'll climb coming up on your first warm weather update after the break.
Come celebrate with us at Ashley's Anniversary Sale. Take home the season's top styles with up to 25% off your entire purchase. Or you can buy now and pay over time with no interest until March of 2031 when you shop in store. Shop more deals in store or online, only at Ashley.
We're starting the new year with our biggest sale of the year at Interior Designs Holman. All our carpets are on sale, so you'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimating at your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
You came prepared to take on the pressure. We came prepared to give you none of that, just more out of buying a car. At Maury's West Salem Kia, you get our best price up front. No scripts, no side eyes, no 4-hour negotiations. Maury's sales team doesn't work on commission, so you get more help, less hassle. Need service? With Maury's, you get honest work done right. We even do more for our community. Get more with Maury's West Salem Kia. Visit MaurysWestSalemKia.com.
This just in from the new owner of A1 Vac. Lance, it's reported that A1 Vacuum's savings are in full bloom. What spectacular savings can we expect this spring?
We have many different vacuums starting at $100 off, $200 off, up to $250 off. I have my cordless vacuums, I've got my cordless mop systems, I've got great uprights for many different usages, sewing machines. Stop in here at A1 Vacuum, see your savings.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger.
You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Better sleep starts at Ashley during our anniversary mattress sale. For a limited time, get a king for the price of a queen on select Ashley sleep mattresses. Or you can snooze now and pay over time with no interest until March 2031 with no money down. Only at Ashley.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Yeah, we're definitely going to start feeling like spring. The only thing kind of holding us back over the next 7 days, I've actually seen some record temperatures as some of that heat that's out to the southwest begins to expand over the northern plains, Midwest. Would be the snowpack too. So that's what we're going to be dealing with. Spring arrives on Friday. Right now, you see all this bubbling going up. This is looking at a 3D look of the temperatures and all that heat out to the west, which is going to stay there beyond that. We're just going to get a little bit of a piece. You can see it being pulled up to the area right there before we got a cold front that'll sweep through by Sunday and then cool us back down into the 40s too. So we're going to get a piece of it. And like I said, if we didn't have this on the ground, we likely could see 70 and even 80 potentially record temperatures. It's just we're not going to probably get that high. Areas to the west, into Omaha, Rapid City, all the plains, Central Plains, Southern Plains are definitely going to see record temperatures, even the western Dakotas too. Now, as we look at the snowpack too, the area that probably likely will see the warmest temperatures is into Iowa, where the snowpack is fairly limited, and a couple days of melting will likely help that. But first, we got to get that snowpack temperature to rise, then we got to really pack it down, and then it starts melting. So it's a little bit of a process to go on. So we'll see if we can do it. If we do, then we'll see 70s. Otherwise, there will probably be some areas that hold into the 50s to 60s by the weekend. Right now, this little disturbance is working its way to the southeast, has some cloud cover and some precipitation. Very light precipitation, and most of it so far, and most of it overnight, is going to stay to the north and east of it area. However, with this moisture, there could be a little bit of drizzle as it comes through overnight, and with temperatures hovering around freezing, like I said, we might see something. But only Ladysmith has saw some precipitation so far this evening. Very light. Most of it's Marshfield. You can see just cloud cover really persisting at Eau Claire and Black River Falls, and not really overcast conditions by any chance. There's an activity right now to the northeast. It'll continue to push southeastward. We will see off and on cloud cover for the rest of the area. Once again, that precipitation chance is still there through the morning as we kind of thicken up a little bit. And this is where we could get a little bit of fog potential. Just depends how things play out. But with these temperatures right there, you can see a little bit of precip pop up. that could be a little freezing drizzle. Nothing significant, nothing to be on the roads, but you might see that off and on through about maybe 8 to 9. There afterwards, it's really cloud cover, and it's the battle of the cloud cover versus getting that sun out, and that's going to be the issue tomorrow. As you go further north and east, you'll probably see better conditions, but cloud cover once again comes right back in, likely Thursday night into Friday, and it could be fog problems too. These temperatures are kind of a little bit more uncertain given cloud cover, so if you get some sun, I think you will be in the 50s. Other areas that stick with the cloud cover off and on, it might be the upper 40s. It just depends. As we go into Friday, same situation, although I think everyone will come up a few degrees more with a little bit more in the afternoon sunshine as the winds come around from the northwest. Maybe 60, but I think a lot more 50s first. And once again, fog could be a problem in the morning hours. And then as we go towards Saturday, this is where I think like Decorah, maybe Iowa might see 70, and we'll see if we can get it up here. But you know, further to the north, barely 60, and there could be some areas too that struggle even to get 60 if that snowpack remains. So it's going to be an interesting forecast, and there could be quite a temperature range from the mid 70s, upper 70s central Iowa to maybe the upper 50s towards north of Eau Claire, given the snowpack and conditions. So we'll see how that plays out. What is certain that we're going to cool back down after Sunday and Monday back to the 40s, and then we'll start climbing back up as another system begins to approach Wednesday and Thursday. But overall, it's a fairly dry pattern. Even the precipitation chances Saturday night and Sunday with that front are pretty low, and even next week aren't that high too. So we'll see if we can hit 70, but it's going to be an interesting struggle between the snowpack and that warm air that's coming up.
Sure. But if you don't hit 70, there's still a lot of spring temperatures.
Like I said, it's still going to be mild and warm, but we might deal with fog. It's just we could see a lot warmer if we had snow
much
around.
better.
All right. Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, done for the year? The Bucks and Giannis discuss shutting down Milwaukee superstar. Plus, we're getting closer to tip-off in Portland. Hear from the Badgers after practice over in the Pacific Northwest. Jacob is next.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products you want and need at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Right now, during our family denim sale, new men's silver jeans are 20% off. Men's Rustler jeans are $16.99. Rewards members save an extra buck. Plus, in automotive, get $50 to $100 instant savings on a set of 2 to 4 tires. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get a total value of over $6,100 on this Sierra 1500 model. Plus get $3,000 trade allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Restrooms that way. Stay hydrated, my fluter flautists. I love those for you. And you. I used to play clarinet. I was bad.
Madness, madness, madness is going on now at Wesco and Sparta. This is not a drill. Get up to 30% off your new furniture. That's right, up to 30% off. Talk about a slam dunk. Stop waiting, stop wishing. Get that new sofa or sectional you've wanted for far too long. Gather the family around the brand new dining table and register to win a free recliner. This madness won't last forever. Don't miss out. It's happening right now only at Wesco and Sparta. Did we mention you could win a recliner?
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, we're just over 12 hours away from the Badgers beginning their latest run in the NCAA tournament as Wisconsin, the 5th seed in the West, will look to knock off High Point, the 12th seed in the first round action. Badgers took to the court today for practice at the Moda Center in Portland, getting some shots up and making final preparations for the Panthers. UW looking to get through the weekend with their season still intact and advance to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2017. Now, the last 3 times the Badgers have been a 5 seed seed. They fell in the opening round, so Wisconsin will have to bring their A game to get past a High Point team that is one of the best in the country at lighting up the scoreboard, averaging the 3rd most points per game in the nation this season. With Wisconsin having the ability to score a ton of points as well, it could be a fun contest between a couple skilled squads.
I've definitely been in their shoes before in a sense, and I know they're going to come out ready to fire and be aggressive and try to punk us a little bit, but that's our job to kind of weather that storm and do as best as we can.
Very good team, obviously 31 teams, so we just got to shut their transition off, make them play a half-court game, and shut their confidence off.
They're a really good team. Obviously they won 30 games this year. Fast-paced team. I think they're maybe top 10 in the country in their pace. Really good on defense, trying to get steals, being the gaps heavy, so I think they're going to be a really good team. They're obviously playing the Big South, won their league there, so they're a good team, and it'll be a fun game.
And as a reminder, if you want to catch the game, it begins at 12:50. You can find it on TBS, and if Wisconsin wins, they'll face the winner of Hawaii and Arkansas on Saturday. And the women's tournament getting underway on Friday, and today the UW Green Bay women's basketball team had a special guest stop by. Packers quarterback Jordan Love came to talk to the team about moving past adversity and reminding the ladies to have fun. The 13th seeded Phoenix will take on 4th-seeded Minnesota Friday at 5 o'clock. Yesterday, we told you Giannis will not play for the next week as he was diagnosed with a bone bruise in his knee. Now reports are coming in that the Bucks want to shut down Antetokounmpo for the rest of the season, but he has refused, saying he wants to return if he feels like he's not risking a further injury. Milwaukee is 6.5 games out of the final spot for the play-in tournament with 14 games to go. T-Wolves in action tonight hosting the Jazz. And there was no shortage of offense from the home side in this one. Julius Randle coming up here, going to make a 3 to put it down the hatch to make it a 15-point lead. There's Randle in the corner, and it drops a little later. Minnesota on the run. Jaden McDaniels going to go up top to Rudy Gobert for the French flush. Then under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter, ball swung out to Ayo Dosunmu. He's going to rip the cords from downtown. T-Wolves putting up 147 points as they rout Utah by 36. Meanwhile, some history today for Sam Grieger, the star basketball player for UW La Crosse. He's been named the National Association of Basketball Coaches All-America First Team for Division III athletes. Now, Grieger is the first player in program history to be named All-American First Team, and he was just the 6th ever to earn All-America honors. The junior guard breaking the UWL single-season scoring record with 797 points. He was 7th in the country, scoring 25.7 points per game on average. And the schedule is out for UWL football next season. In non-conference play, they'll face St. John's, Hardin-Simmons, and Wayne State. They'll then start off WIAC play with Oshkosh and Whitewater, host Stevens Point, travel to Stout and Eau Claire, then cap off the regular season at home against the reigning champs and Platteville. All right, guys, first round starts tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's put it on record. Who do we have? If you didn't see the video that we put out with our picks, who do we all have?
I have the Houston Cougars.
And I've got Michigan. I can't do a fun
I'm going with
motion.
one of your favorite teams. I'm going with the Cyclones. So
I would love that.
we'll see if it happens, and we can all hope for a Badger run as well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we can all.
If they can make it out of the first weekend, that's a victory for Badger fans.
That'd be huge.
Thanks, Jacob.
All right, more news right after this.
A big part of my job is building relationships with people. And being the team you can trust means being here for you.
The easiest way to furnish your cabin is at Black River Furniture Outlet. Bring the outdoors in with a handmade dining table set, crafted from the finest woods like hickory, walnut, maple, and barnwood. Shop cozy Amish rockers and upholstery, or Wisconsin-made easy sofas with customizable fabrics. Pair it all with a cabin rug, 5x8s, 8x10s, scatters, and runners available. And before you leave, visit the bed shed. Check out our rustic bedroom groups and bunk beds, as well as our Amish office furniture. Open 7 days a week, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. From pavers and edgers to retaining wall blocks, Menards has the largest in-stock selection of concrete landscape block ready to take home today. Build a beautiful border for your landscape with our interlock edgers, a value of 99 cents each after rebate. Achieve a beautiful lush green lawn with American Seed. This grass seed features a coating that retains moisture and helps germination, a value of $8.89 each after rebate.
Save big
Shopping for your next car or truck? Get more with Maury's. At Maury's Auto Group, more isn't extra. It's just what we do. More transparency, more clarity, more trust, and more value with Maury's More Care program, which includes complimentary first year of maintenance on new vehicles and complimentary powertrain warranty on pre-owned vehicles. That's real peace of mind long after you drive off the lot. Find your more at Maury'sAuto.com. Get more with Maury's.
Soar into a new career at Eagle Crest Communities.
My experience here has helped me tremendously. My skills that I'm learning as far as helped me to better my career because I do want to be a nurse. I'm going to Western right now. They also help with like the TIPS program for tuition. So they help with school. They help with my schedule professionally. They are very supportive with my child and my child care. And this is just like the perfect place for a single parent like me.
Learn more at eaglecrestlife.org.
A big part of my job is building relationships with people. And being the team you can trust means being here for you.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
The American Kennel Club has released the list of the nation's most popular dog breeds.
Yeah, for the 4th consecutive year, the French Bulldog remains top of the heap. I mean, how could it not? It's so cute. Followed by Labrador Retrievers, Golden Retrievers, and German Shepherds. And rounding up the top 5 are Dachshunds, marking the first time wiener dogs have ranked that high in over 2 decades. And I'm not arguing.
Seeing the Dachshund at number 5 is actually very interesting. It's been a while. I think they're just regaining some popularity because they also can be good in apartment spaces. They are good with families. And if you have a little extra yard, but you don't necessarily want a big dog, Dachshunds can be a lot of dog in a little package. And I think people really enjoy that.
The standings are based on the number of puppies and older purebreds that are added to the AKC registry in the last year. Annual rankings do not include mixed breed dogs or hybrids like those popular doodles. Anyway, you were saying you do not disagree.
I don't disagree with that list. Yeah.
Both
I mean,
labs
you
and
wouldn't
retrievers,
either.
so yeah, fantastic. I think Bernese Mountain Dog would maybe be my number 5 over a Dachshund, but then we get nitpicky.
Exactly. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Even getting out of bed is a struggle.
Sounds like a lot of pressure.
And pain.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Tempur Pro Adapt provides adaptive support and pressure relief to help you sleep.
Getting out of this bed is gonna be a struggle.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Bring on the spring. Bring on the savings. Bring it on at your local Northland Ford dealers. Get out there in America's most awarded brand for new vehicle quality. Start a new adventure in a Ford Explorer. Take on the great outdoors in a Bronco Sport. Do it all with an Escape. It's time to bring it on. Now get $3,500 bonus cash on a new 2026 Ford Explorer. See your local Northland Ford dealers today.
Improve your home, improve your life. More choices, lower prices. The 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. Is the exterior of your home past its prime, weathered and demanding care? Now is the time to make it new again. Enjoy the beauty and energy savings of America's finest new siding, the convenience of maintenance-free soffit and fascia, and protect your home with gutters and covers. Exceptional value during the 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store.
This just in from the new owner of A1 Vac. Lance, it's reported that A1 Vacuum's savings are in full bloom. What spectacular savings can we expect this spring?
We have many different vacuums starting at $100 off, $200 off, up to $250 off. I have my cordless vacuums. I've got my cordless mop systems. I've got great uprights for many different usages. Sewing machines. Stop in here at A1 Vacuum, see your savings.
Password 1234.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
This is the job for Sponsored Jobs.
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics.
Sorry, I'm just a bit uncomfortable. It's my mattress.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Stearns & Foster provides the ultimate comfort and craftsmanship for a luxurious sleep.
Amazing.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
All right, good guess. And the highest totals we had for snow for the UP and for Wisconsin.
In
the last one.
In the month of March?
No, the last system we had, the big blizzard.
36.
All right.
42.
28.
Yeah, come on.
Oh,
there we go.
there
52
Oh, wow.
in the UP. 33 in Egg Harbor, which is in Door County.
Could always be worse.